Zenith. Okay. Zenith Hall.
Stands preeminent destination for live events and exhibitions.
More on display today. But should I rent a reclaimer? Let's see. Or a hammerhead. I don't think I like the Redeemer. I want to try the Retaliator though. I don't think I've flown. I don't think I've ever flown a Retaliator. Mm-mm. 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 Mm-mm.
I've seen enough. I actually read one of these. It wasn't for me, but maybe you'd like it. Not the best estimate.
The Idris will be pretty cool when it's finally made. I'm not sure about the Nautilus. Like, the Nautilus has an interesting side to it, but you kind of want to see how it turns out. Like, will it be that good? Will it be novelty? Will it be better at something that we don't currently comprehend? Because I can see people using a mine layer ship in ways that we didn't expect.
This year's pretty good. Should have seen the last year though. That was a show.
Oh, that's the Vulcan. Oh.
I really love the other one.
I do want to Vulcan, but I'm not sure how it plays. You know? Will I? Well, one is the size of the ship. It's hard to tell exactly how large it is or if it's actually very small. So if it has, because it's a medium ship. So being a one-man kind of ship, is it gonna feel unwieldy? It's like, how does it play? Can it do enough? Is it better repair and not refueling at all?
How fun would it be to own one?
I don't know. I don't think it's as good as some of their other vehicles. It's manufactured in my style. Yeah, they've done a good job.
Hi, welcome to the store.
I think I might stay here a bit longer. Haven't seen everything yet.
Yeah. This.
Seeing it in person is a lot different than I imagined.
Tip my hat to them as mechanics. Everything they have in the floor is pretty impressive.
I think they've somehow outdone themselves with their latest lineup. I'm going to move on to the next hall, I think.
Actually, I might stay for a while, do another loop, just to make sure I didn't miss anything. Even with the crowds, I definitely think the IAE is worth going to.
I'm glad you came. It's always better exploring the show with someone else. Think this is the manufacturer to beat this year.
Yeah, they've done a good job, and knowing their full history makes what they're showing extra impressive. Stuff like this.
But it would definitely be fun to use for a weekend.
was actually here in the hall. I've been keeping an eye out, but no luck yet.
To be honest. I think I've seen enough of these. Time for the next haul.
I think I might stay here a bit longer. Haven't seen everything yet.
I think I've absorbed as much as I can for now. Time to hit the next hall.
Yeah, I'm about ready too. Let's go.
Nice restaurant.
Another year, another IAE. I'm not sure why I keep coming to these.
I love going to shows like this. Such a good chance to see all my favorite vehicles in one place.
Myself.
Actually, did you know that this wasn't the original design? I've seen pictures of some earlier versions and they look pretty out there. Wow, what a real beauty. You can really see
Wow, look at
influences
this.
from classic designers in the lines.
Seeing it in person is a lot different than I imagined. Yeah, I'm about ready too. Let's go.
Four missiles ready,
Pretty blown away by every.
Yeah. It's wanting to buy some.
but only one shows up on the bottom.
Seeing it in person is
Sure,
a lot different than I imagined.
how that different. It only has 4 torpedoes, doesn't it?
I'm glad you came.
Even with the crowd, I definitely think the IAE is worth going to.
Sears pretty.
How would it shoot 4 at once? Oh,
As a
good.
manufacturer, I think this might be one of their strongest
No
suits.
accidental
I really
firing.
appreciate that they've got some of their classic designs on display. I've been waiting so long to see one of these. It's even better than I thought.
I actually rented one of these. It wasn't for me, but maybe you'd like it.
Decent sized crew. Six people. Kind of a lot for a
Alright, if I'm gonna keep the schedule I
ship
made,
that only
I'll
has
take the next
4
exhibit.
torpedoes.
I think I might stay here a bit longer. Haven't seen everything yet. I've been pretty blown away by everything on the show floor this year.
Hard to believe that I've
Oh,
been
this is
doing
captain
this for almost
quarters?
a decade now.
doesn't have a label.
Didn't really think this manufacturer was my style, but I'm kind of into what they're showing this year.
I really appreciate that they've got some of their classic designs on display.
A deck. B deck?
Stuff like this is exactly why I love going to the IAE so much.
I can't imagine buying one, but it would definitely be fun to use for a weekend.
A deck.
Okay, I think I'm about done here.
I'm gonna go and
If you want to go on ahead, that's fine. I'll catch up with you later.
I think I might stay here a bit longer. I haven't seen everything yet.
Wait a minute.
Rouse, I definitely think the IAE is worth going to.
best I've seen from this
Seems like it's going to be a great show this year.
solid show.
Yeah, they've done it. What history makes what they're showing extra impressive. As a manufacturer, I
More
think
than
this
one
might be
Vador.
one of their strongest shows to date.
Okay.
I think they've somehow outdone
I
themselves
did
with
not
their
know
latest
that.
lineup. So excited.
I love going to shows like this. Such a good chance to see all my favorite vehicles in one place.
If I had the credits, I'd probably get one of these for myself.
I don't know. I don't think this is as good as some of their other work.
A lot more stuff in here. Oh, turret. Oh, that's a turret.
Nice.
Seeing it in person is
All right, if I'm gonna keep this.
yeah, I'm about ready too. Let's go.
Ah, it's a top turret.
Move on to the next hall, I think.
Here. Don't feel like seeing much else.
More of a gunboat then.
Believe that the same
Didn't
manufacturer
know it had
made all of these. Pretty impressive.
I can see why some people love this style.
two articulating turrets, which means there's probably a bottom one.
Didn't really think this manufacturer was my style.
Nope, there is.
I really appreciate that they've got some of their classic designs.
Just
on
one.
display.
Maybe two. Yep, there's another one. This is.
I really
If you have a
appreciate that they've got
crew,
some of their
this is
classic designs. From what I've seen so far,
There's a lot of guns on this thing.
Is the manufacturer to beat this year?
I have to say, I kind of think they're a bit overrated as a manufacturer, to be honest.
and a gun on top. I didn't see the gun on top. I'll go look for it.
I tell you, there's nothing like being a.
Would it be to own one?
I actually rented one of these. Wasn't for me, but you like it.
Whee! Pew 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 pew. Pew pew.
I've been pretty blown away by everything on the show floor this year.
This year's pretty good. It's missing the last year, though. That was a show. It's not not the best I've seen from this manufacturer, but still a pretty solid showing.
Yeah, they've done a
I
good
think
job.
I've seen enough of
Knowing
these.
their full history makes running that showing extra impressive. Wow, do another, just to make sure I didn't miss anything.
Nice.
I wonder how this show's gonna compare to the last one I went to.
Hard to believe that I've been getting to go
As
to
a
these for almost a
manufacturer, I
decade
think
now.
this
might be one of their strongest showings to date.
I think they've somehow outdone themselves with their latest lineup.
Okay, I think I've absorbed as much as I can for now. Time to hit the next hall.
I think I might stay here a bit longer. Haven't seen everything yet.
Yep, lower turret. Okay.
Even with the crowds, I definitely think the IAE is worth going to.
This year's pretty good. The last year, though, that was a show.
Stuff like
Upper
this
turret.
back.
I can't imagine
So there's
buying
no
one.
door
Anything
into
about
this
them?
one.
Actually, I might stay for a while, do another loop, just to make sure I didn't miss anything.
There's a door that goes to this one.
Didn't really think this manufacturer was my style. I can see why some people love this style, but it's not for me.
One of these. I'm so excited.
Hard to believe that I've been getting to go to these for almost a decade now.
I'm gonna go and see if I can find.
I think I might stay here a bit longer.
Turret. And let's find that upper turret. I believe this is the upper. Yep,
If I had the credits, I'd probably get one of these for
that's
myself.
the upper turret.
I can't imagine buying one.
Armory
It would
room.
definitely be fun to use for a weekend.
And crew quarters. Which is mostly gunners, I guess.
Have to tip my hat to them as a manufacturer. I mean, everything they have on the floor is pretty impressive.
I really appreciate that they've got some of their classic designs on display. I've been pretty blown away by everything on the show floor this year.
Looking around, seems like a lot of people are enjoying themselves.
It's always better exploring a show.
Okay, so the bomb doors in the back. And the bomb doors in the front. Open up. So how does it reload? If we have to manually reload things, how would we do that? And also, why doesn't it animate bringing down all four? I think there's only four. But all four of them should be... Yeah, all four should be down.
Okay, I think I'm about done here.
I really hope the other halls are better than this one. Stuff like this is exactly why I love going to the IAE so much.
Yeah, but the door is
Can't imagine
always...
denying one, but it would definitely
When
be
you
fun
get
to
out
do
of
for a weekend.
the seat, it closes up.
I've been waiting so long to see one of these.
Not the best but still a pretty solid
I don't
showing.
think this is as good as
I
some
think
of their
they've
other
somehow outdone themselves with their latest lineup.
Another year, another IAE.
Cool display.
See if I can find anything more interesting. If you want to go on ahead, that's fine. I'll catch up with you later. Wow. Beauty. You can really see the influence of some classic designers in the lines.
Seeing it in person is a lot different than I imagined. I've been pretty blown away by everything on the show floor this year.
Hard to believe that I've been getting to go to these for almost a decade now.
Hard to believe that the same manufacturer makes all of these. Pretty impressive.
I can see why some people love this style, but it's not for me.
Alright, if I'm gonna keep the schedule, to the next exhibit.
Yeah, I'm about ready too. Let's go. It'd be to own one.
To be honest, I'm not exactly sure. I'm thinking on this one. Yeah, see wanting to buy something like this.
Imagine buying one, but it would really be fun to use for a weekend.
I wonder how this show's gonna compare to the last one I went to.
It seems like it's going to be a great show this year.
Didn't really think this manufacturer was my style, but I'm kind of into what they're showing this year.
I heard that their CEO is actually here in the hall. I've been keeping an eye out, but no luck yet.
Looking around, seems like a lot of people are enjoying themselves. I think I've seen enough of these. Time for the next one.
Ready too. Let's go.
I have to tip my hat to them as a manufacturer. I mean, everything they have on the floor is pretty impressive.
I think they've somehow
Hoplite,
outdone
don't
themselves.
care. Harbinger, there we go.
So long to see one of these. It's even better than I thought.
I don't know. I don't think this is as good as some of their other work. absorbed as much as I can for now. Time to hit the next hall.
I think I might stay here a bit longer. Haven't seen everything yet. This is the first time I've been. I'm so excited.
I love going to shows like this. Such a good chance to see all my favorite vehicles in one place.
From what I've seen so far, I think this is the manufacturer to beat this year.
I heard that their CEO... an eye out, but no luck yet.
Provide the
I don't know. I don't think this is as good as some of their other work.
Okay, I think I'm about done here.
I really hope the other halls are better than this one. Another year, another IAE. I'm gonna go and sure why I keep coming to these.
Hard to believe that I've been getting to go to these for almost a decade now.
Yeah, those rockets, engines, or whatever, do not go there.
Not the best I've seen from this manufacturer, but still a pretty solid showing.
I really appreciate that they've got some of their classic designs on display.
So all I have is close exterior and it doesn't close it. Where's the other buttons? Where's the other
Wow, look
button?
at this beauty. How fun would it be to own one?
Nothing?
Actually, did you know that this wasn't the original design?
Nothing
I've
else?
seen pictures of some earlier versions and they were pretty out
It's
there.
disappointing. Hey Dorman Wrecker, how you doing? Been a while.
Alright, if I'm gonna keep the schedule I made, I better head to the next exhibit.
Yeah, I'm about ready too. Let's go.
I have also moved. So that was, besides warm summer, I've also relocated.
There's nothing like being at the IAE.
For
But hey,
IAE,
it's always better exploring the show with someone else.
it's more of I want to know what's going on with
As a
the fact that they put the
manufacturer,
Pioneer
one of their strongest
up
showings to date.
for the
I
limited
really
sale,
appreciate that they've got some of their classic
and I
designs
really
on display.
want one. And should I melt some things to get it? because I really want the Pioneer.
Yeah.
Some of the other ships I have, like I have the 3-pack of Zeus ships.
Fun to use for a weekend.
I'm fine with melting those. I'll melt those and a Galaxy to get a Pioneer. And that might be enough to get the Pioneer. Maybe. Hmm.
I'm going to move on to the next hall, I think.
I forgot how much the Pioneer is, like 650, I think. So that might work. Oh yeah, that's well. I wanted it for a while. Um, if it's just the ship and it doesn't include
I've been pretty blown away by
base
the
building
ever-changing
supplies or
But I've been getting to go to these for
a homestead beacon, whatever that thing is called. Um, Preferably 80 km or 8 km. I forgot. Was it 8 kilometers? There's a 4 and an 8. Yeah, the land claim. Um, I think the Pioneer ones were 8, and there's a 4x4
manufacturer makes
that was
this
sold separately.
pretty impressive.
I can see why some people love this
So I
style.
think the Pioneer was always the 8. But if it doesn't include those, I'll I'll wait. If I can save up for the Praetorian, because Praetorian still has the land claim, beacon,
stuff
home
like this.
building supplies, and Pioneer
So much.
in the package.
Seeing it in person is a lot different than I imagined.
So if the ship is ship only and nothing else, I'm fine waiting. Kind of, sort of, a little bit.
I wonder how this show is going to compare to the last one I went to.
It seems like it's going to be a great show this year.
I don't recall the Pioneer being sold for a few years. Um, since I started actually actively playing, the Pioneer has not been up for sale.
As some of their other work.
So this is the first one in a while. This is a new display. Yeah, cool. This is that hull video. Hull C? B. C. C. Now, which one is this one? Just personnel or cargo? Cargo. Oh. This door opens? I have one. Never use it. Can't really do anything with it. Maybe I can upgrade it. I don't think it has LTI though. So. The boxes, the crates, they open. I remember on the last, like one of the last hours of CitizenCon, there was talking about the boxes and crates having function, which would be cool if we could actually buy or make them ourselves. Yeah, they're showing off. You know how we have elevators? Yes, yes. Give us the elevators. Give us our personal hangars and the elevators. We will be so happy. We will just hide in there with all of our stuff. Oh, one of the, I think it was just basically this without the back part. It was just, it was probably for moving bigger crates. I think it was a longer one, so maybe the 32 SCU crates and stuff. But basically, it's the same thing we're seeing here, just without the back, the cargo component. It's just the front, and then that top piece and the engine. But I think it was a little bit longer or taller because it's gonna fit on top of. Tractor beam would be easier. Not sure what size. If it, I don't, cause I don't know what the tractor beam limits are. But a tractor beam would make sense, cause trying to land a ship on a container is kind of hard. So a tractor beam would help definitely. Unless they figure out a way to auto dock on top of things, which would be fine. I'm fine with auto dock. Some people think that's cheating. Like, we have cars that auto brake now. We have cars that are self-driving now. Why is a vehicle that can just latch onto something so complicated? I don't get it. Little crates. I would like to have boxes that I can stick in my mule without complication. That'd be great. The cargo elevators. That'll be so much more fun. They want the game to be more automated? No, I think they want less automated. With the exception of AI. But, like, when you get your ship repaired, it's just happens. Refuel, you know, if you can get the window to show up. It happens. Putting munitions back on your ship just happens. It seems more like they want us to manually do that without automation. You get the cargo elevator and you want to get cargo on your ship, you do it yourself. It's not buy and automatically put it there. It's going to be a lot more manual labor style. So if they can put it in there for people to swap or do jobs and get paid to do the work, then it'll make more sense. But if that system doesn't work, nobody's going to want to help other people. Yeah, the automatic, if it's like an AI or other people do it, and that would make it expensive. To do it yourself, it's cheap because you are doing the labor. But it won't be fast. The automatic stuff will be the faster stuff. But it also comes down to if you have people playing with you versus trying to play by yourself. So if you play by yourself, you can still get stuff done, but there's a trade-off. So that's why the organizations will be interesting, because you'll have people, if they have like a base of operation, they will, if they have a station they like to use, a refinery they like to use, stuff like that, they will probably have people doing jobs, being crew, so that way you don't just have everyone trying to be a pilot all the time, because everyone's just going to get their ships blown up,
Go on ahead. That's fine. I'll catch up with you later.
and that would be expensive. So I don't like this one.
Got to tip my hat to them as a manufacturer.
That's tight.
Everything they have on the floor is pretty impressive.
I think they've somehow outdone
Stalker.
themselves with their latest lineup.
If I had the credits. Self.
I don't know. I don't think this is as good as some of their other work. Even with the crowds, I definitely think the IAE
Crew
is where it's all-
gameplay,
It seems like it's going to be a great show this year.
it depends on what they're doing, like with the salvaging and stuff. There's the organizing, there's people doing the lasers, there's people on defense who might be up in the turrets just in case you get attacked. Which
Okay, I think I've absorbed as much as I
I don't like, because you'll
The next
you'll
hall.
be stuck to one side of a
Stay here
ship,
a bit longer.
and it's very likely that they'll keep working, and so a gunner will not be moving the ship. They'll just be shooting on a quarter of space. So if the threat flies to the other side of the ship and is attacking them, they can't shoot at them. So you would either need to have
It's not the best.
all the stations covered,
Still a pretty solid showing.
I heard that their CEO was actually here.
so you need
tomorrow.
all gunners
Even if it's not
and
really no luck yet.
all scrapers, which I don't know how many guns are on that thing. There's a bunch.
Wow, what a real beauty.
Uh,
You can really see the influence of some classic
Six?
designers in the
There's
line.
6 guns
I can't imagine
without a
but it
pilot.
would definitely be fun to use
There's,
for a weekend.
so then it comes down to, do you want escorts?
Wow, look at this beauty. How fun would it be to own one?
To be honest,
Another
I'm not
year,
exactly sure
another
what the
IAE.
designers were thinking on this one.
Why do I keep coming to these?
So like,
Most folks have been saying to go to these for almost a decade now.
it'll be interesting. Because it feels like you do need full crew to get things done.
As a manufacturer, I think this might be one of their best showings to date.
I
I'm gonna
really
go and
appreciate that they've
find
got some
anything
of their
more
classic designs
interesting.
on display. Yeah, I'm about ready too. Let's go.
The Redeemer's the one that had the seats. I was wondering what, it's like something had seats up at the front. Yeah, well, if you get the big giant one,
I tell you, there's nothing like being at the
I,
IAE.
I never remember the name.
Glad you came.
I don't
It's
know
always fun
why,
exploring the show with someone else.
but the big
Actually
one at the
making
middle of
pretty impressive.
IAE today
They've
for
done a
the
good job,
Aegis
and knowing
floor.
the full history makes what they're showing.
Um, yes, Reclaimer. I always forget the name of that one. The Reclaimer has a lot of space, so that one doesn't really need a hauler, unless there's,
All right, if
you
I'm
know,
keeping
because
the
there's,
schedule I made,
I haven't seen anything that
Yeah,
they
I'm about
do
ready too.
for,
Let's go.
um, well, I'll take it back. If they start doing the munching and frame eating, which I think they've started implementing, but I haven't seen it yet, so I'm not quite sure. But like, you can scrape the exterior of all the ships, but they didn't have
stuff like this is exactly
a way to eat the frame afterward. Yeah, 322 is it? Okay. The the structure and munching and all that stuff. Once that's going on, I wonder how much more space gets used up making and storing supply. I don't even know the stuff that it turns into. So if you like go and eat, because there's a lot of ships that are just it's like some of the Hercules, the C1s out there. So if they're eating those things, how many can they eat before having a full cargo hold? Well, the vultures for small stuff or assisting in some of them, because it's supposed to have that tractor beam or whatever is between the two arms, supposed to do something. So it's sort of like a salvage assist kind of ship. It's for small things, small ships, like Avengers, taking some of those up. Vehicles. It's probably great for stuff on the ground as well. Picking up and moving things. Because it's not just salvage. We're waiting for the mule to do that as well with its forward forks. Which is kind of weird because if you're holding something, can you still get out of the mule or get back in when it's holding something? Because you don't want to go like when we use the mule to get to defended uh, bunkers. Like if you were holding a box in the back and a box in the front, and you went there, do you have to put the box in a certain place and back away, get out, and then it's just like, yeah, it would be nice if you could just like raise it like a forklift, get it out of the way, and then get in and out. But yeah, whatever. Yeah, the 6/1/8. Wait, 1/8? 2, 3. Yeah, I guess that is 1/8. Um, yeah, wouldn't it make better sense if it was 8/1/8 boxes? That would be, geez, a whole one SCU for that, but whatever. 1 3/4 SCU. Plus or minus 1 SCU. Yeah, well, the mule can go places, and it can go into buildings, it can go into other ships to move things, but if that front fork doesn't work yet, it's gonna be a pain. That mover trolley, which was kind of funny because you walk with it, it wasn't a vehicle, it was an oversized push cart, um, which I don't know, I might want one, because it's like we don't know if it's included in a hangar or if it's you need to have your own. So, yeah. But the tractor beams help, but things have to be in range of a tractor beam, and some of them might only be in the back, it can only be used in the back. So if you have stuff showing up but on the side, it's you need to move it so that it gets there. But even then, you'll probably have a person with the tractor beam walking it, and it would be the same. Because if you're walking and if you're walking around and I bump into the ship, you know, I just crouch down or can't walk further. Whereas if you do it with a mule, something might explode.
Not the best I've seen from this manufacturer, but still a pretty solid.
Driving your mule, because they don't have a throttle on the vehicles. Sorry, ground vehicles. So you're just walking around and stuff and just bump into things, and sometimes you get a crime stat. I had my own vehicle that I bumped into, and I got a crime stat for property damage. It's like, what the heck is that?
One of these. I'm so excited.
Looking around, seems like a lot of people are enjoying themselves.
But ground vehicles do need a few different. I don't know if it's stuff that needs rework, or they just need to work on fine-tuning certain things, because the way what is that system, lumberyard or something like that, that's one of the back end things that they used in the game. Not the engine, but it's a thing for objects. I guess Amazon made it or created or something, and that's what makes things jump around and move.
It wasn't for me, but
Like when you try and get something to touch another thing and they start freaking out. That's the program that's trying to reconcile whatever the issue is. If they can go into that and fix the
Manufacturer, I think this might be one of their strongest shows to date.
excitability of objects touching,
Plastic designs on display.
I think that will help with the longevity of a lot of vehicles. Because like sometimes when you spawn a vehicle and it's like it just spawned and it's on the deck or garage or wherever it spawned, and you walk up to it and it starts hopping. It's it's like it's trying to leap up into the air. The wheels will stay on the ground, but the chassis will hop a little bit.
That I've been getting to go to these for almost a decade now.
I had that. I tried out the Storm, the new tank. It was hopping. It was just like, it's like, what are you doing? And I've seen that with the mule. I've seen that with the STV.
I can find anything more interesting.
Actually,
Yeah,
I've been
there's.
for a while.
It's part of that system that does that, and it's weird. But it's also like why when you put, like when I put the mule in my Carrack,
Is he wanting to buy something like this?
and I fly around, it slowly moves around.
Earlier versions, and they were pretty out
Like
there.
my vehicles move around inside the cargo hold. Sorry, the garage, so to speak. Why is it not? There we go. It's because they're hopping a little bit, that they move around inside the ships and everything. So if they can figure out
That the same
the
manufacturer
issue
makes all of
with,
these.
I think it's called Lumberyard, but
I can see
I'm
why
not
some people love this
certain.
style.
It's like Lincoln Logs,
It's not me.
Lumberyard, Junkyard, I don't know. If they can fix that issue, I think vehicles will survive longer, because there's times when I've had the mule in my ship garage, and then I'll want to go and drive it, and the wheels will break off like immediately. It's like the mule, and it's not just like one wheel, it's all three on one side. And then once that happens, the other side will do it almost as a reaction to or shortly thereafter. Uh-oh. This is the inventory that never ends. Ah, good. 100%. All right. So the, the wheels will break off, or I will start driving it, get down the ramp, and the ramps sometimes get crazy as well. And then once I get on the ground, it immediately brakes. Just like, what? What? Why?
Seeing it in
How
person
come?
is a lot different than I imagined.
Wait, what's this one? Oh, that's a Gladius? I have a Gladius Valiant. And the Hammerhead. I don't know if I've ever flown a Hammerhead.
Schedule I made. I better head to the next exhibit.
I don't think I have.
Let's go.
Another ship that you definitely would want a big crew for, but I don't know what the Hammerhead do.
I've been pretty blown away by everything
I
on
don't.
the show floor this year.
What is the function
I
of
love
the
going to shows
Hammerhead?
like this. Such a good chance to see all my favorite vehicles in one place.
Hammerhead's a gunship? Why does it feel like it's a workship?
Didn't really think this manufacturer was my style, but I'm kind of into what they're showing this year.
I think they've somehow outdone themselves.
So
with
I've
their
seen that
latest
video where someone had a Hammerhead but no friends. Just standing around the ship looking at things like the reactor room, just staring at the reactor. Or having a PTV just kind of going back and forth in the garage.
To see one of these.
And it was just like, what are you doing?
Actually, did you know that this wasn't the original design? I've seen pictures of some earlier versions and they were pretty
It's one of the reasons I'm glad I don't have a Hammerhead already, because there's a lot of times when I'm playing and nobody else is, or nobody else I'm friended with. So it would just be like, what do I do with this ship? You don't do anything. There's
Actually, I might stay for a
nobody
while,
around.
just to make sure I didn't miss anything.
So when they get the server meshing and all that for other people to play and everything, that will be good.
Glad you came. It's always better exploring the show with someone else.
But that's the thing that's weird with the game, is that everyone that plays, if they're playing, they have a ship. Because you have to have a game package. You have to have a game package, and all the game packages are ships, so everyone's a pilot.
You wanna go on ahead?
Nobody's a worker.
I'll catch up with you later.
So when the game comes out, hopefully it's gonna be like the people that waited to until it finally releases. Those will be
I can't
the
imagine
workers
but it
and the
was
gunners
really fun to
and all that stuff, because everyone else, which is thousands and thousands of them, they will have the ships, but they need crew. So hopefully the game will be popular enough or interesting enough that all of these new people will come in and work for us.
Got to tip my hat to them as a manufacturer. I mean, everything they have on the floor is pretty impressive.
I think they've somehow outdone themselves with their latest lineup.
But how many, like, they just had more sales of Idris P, whatever the Idris P is, and when I looked, sold out, and Javelin's sold out. I'm just like, how many are they selling?
Even with the crowds,
I hope it's very few, because if there's
Seems like it's
just,
gonna be a great show this
you know, a million Javelins around, when they finally put the big capital ship in, it's just going to be like, oh, look, another Javelin. And there's a Javelin. It's just like, who's manning these things?
Okay,
Are there
we'll
enough
absorb
people
as much
for
as
all
we
the
can.
Javelins?
Time to hit the next hall.
I think I might stay here a bit longer. Haven't seen everything yet.
It's like when, like, the orgs are going to have to be super organized. Because you need workers, you need people doing refueling to get the whole crew and the whole,
What a real beauty.
I don't
You
know,
can tell it's the influence of some classic designers in the lines.
Entourage,
Imagine buying one, but it would
the
definitely be
tune,
fun to use for
whatever, caravan of ships, if they want to go to different systems and stuff. And they'll have to do it multiple times because some people have too many ships. And that ship mover, which had a name that doesn't sound like moving ships, it sounds like it's a battleship, but
I heard that their CEO is actually here in the hall.
yeah, the Liberator. Doesn't it sound like it's a ship for... No, the Kraken's just like for arrows and stuff. Or arrows and cutlasses, maybe. I can't remember. It doesn't fit a whole lot. It just looks cool. But the Liberator...
So excited.
but the name...
Believe that I've been getting to go to these for almost a
It's
decade now.
just like... It's Liberator, like trying to say liberating a mom from babies when they get old enough to go to kindergarten. You're liberated. It's like... No, you just got lucky that the kid survived 5 years.
Okay, I think I'm about done here.
And now they can go to public school.
I'll catch up with you later.
Like, it's not... Nothing happens. It just... sort of is. So Liberator just seems like a poor choice of name. Liberator sounds like something that should be like a gunship. Or like one of the Harbinger
Wow, look at this.
Harbinger ships and stuff.
Be to own one.
I don't know. I don't think this is as good as some of
It's
their
liberating how you can move your 3 fighters. Maybe? Because like for me, I need a Liberator for the Liberator if I had one.
It's not
I
the
need a
best I've seen
bigger
manufacturer, but
bigger
it's a
ship
pretty solid
to
gun.
move the other
Their CEO is
big
here
ships,
in the hall.
like the
I've
Carrack
been keeping an eye out, but no.
and 2 Galaxies. I've got 3 Zeuses. I've got what's the other, like 6 Furies? 5 Furies?
Another year, another IAE.
2 Furies,
Not sure why.
2 Fury MXs, and
Hard to believe that I've been
1
getting to go to these for almost a decade
LX,
now.
the racer. I've got a Caterpillar. What's the next big ship that I've got?
I'm gonna go and see if I can find anything more interesting.
I don't remember.
Longer. Haven't seen everything yet.
But yeah, the 2 Galaxies, the Carrack Expedition, and you know, if I ever get a Pioneer, that's gonna be big ship. So I don't have a Reclaimer. I'm not really trying to get a Reclaimer,
Yeah, I can see wanting to buy.
but if I get the opportunity,
Did you
I
know this
might.
wasn't the original design? I've seen pictures of some earlier
Although
versions.
I
They were really
I
out
would
there.
like to see another salvage ship that is more in the medium range, smaller than Reclaimer, bigger than a
As
Vulture.
manufacturer, I think this might be one of their strongest showrooms
You know?
to date.
I really appreciate that they've got some of
Like
their
maybe
classic
that
designs on
one
display.
will fit better for me.
I tell you, there's nothing like being at the IAE.
I'm glad you came. It's always better exploring the show with someone else.
A capital version of S. Yeah, but would it be able to move with? I haven't tried messing with the the
Alright,
ship
if I'm
tractor
gonna be
beams yet.
scheduled, I better head to the
Yeah,
I
I'm
did
about ready
the
too.
pyro testing, and I don't think they had the tractor beams in that one.
Stuff
So
like this
I
is
did
exactly what
Pyro
I
at
was going for.
CitizenCon, and I did the tech
Seeing it in person is a lot different than I imagined.
preview the other week. But they didn't have the SRV, or if they did, I don't have an SRV, so I couldn't
Hard to
test it.
believe that the same manufacturer
But
makes
doing
all of
stuff
these.
with the tractor beam,
Pretty
can
impressive.
you move the ship
I have to say, I kind of think they're a bit overrated as a
by
manufacturer, to be
engine
honest.
and have the tractor beam hold onto it while it's moving? And is there a limit to how fast you can move, or is it kind of locked? If it's locked, that'd be great. So for something like that, it would be kind of funny to have
I've been pretty blown away by everything on the show floor this year.
multiple
I love going to
multiple
shows like this.
small,
Such a good chance
sorry,
to see all
ship
the favorite
small
heroes in one place.
tractor beams from a capital ship just attaching to a bunch of other ships. That'd be funny. That makes me think it's like they
I'm
need a
going to move on to
capital
the next hall, I think.
reclaimer
I'm just gonna stay here.
that just has tractor beams everywhere and it just pulls everything in from any direction. It's like it's a gunship reclaimer.
I've been waiting so long to see one of these. It's even better than I thought.
To be honest, I'm not exactly sure what the designers were thinking on this one.
Well, Drake has the Vulture, so I would think someone else would make the medium. Because Aegis has this one. So either Crusader? No. No, Crusader doesn't. It would be Argo. It would definitely be an Argo kind of thing. And medium kind of fits their size.
Didn't really think this manufacturer was my style, but I'm kind of into what they're showing this year.
This.
I really appreciate that they've got some of their classic designs on display.
Does Misk do the Expanse? Are they the one? Or is Misk the Expanse one? I don't remember. They had the freelancers. Expanse is Misk? Okay.
I wonder how this show is gonna compare to the last one I went to.
Yeah, I can
Seems
see
like it's gonna be a great show
Misk
this year.
doing a medium-sized salvager as well. It would fit the color scheme. Especially if they can make it dock with, or somehow
I've seen enough of these.
docking with the
If you want to go on ahead,
freelancers.
fine. I'll catch up with you later.
If I had the credits, I'd probably get one of these for myself.
Seeing it in person is a lot different than I imagined.
I have to look at the list for RSI. I would actually want them to make more alien workships. Like, they don't have to do it
Got to tip my
soon.
hat to them as a
I'm fine with it
manufacturer.
being later,
Everything
but
they have with the Vulture is
eventually
very impressive.
I would like to
They
see
somehow outdone
the
themselves
alien
with their
style
lineup.
stuff.
Even with the crowds, I definitely think the IAE is worth going to.
It seems like it's gonna be a great show this year.
And there's also the Endeavor. Like the stuff that the Endeavor does. Although I think most of the Endeavor's work is meant to be in space, I don't think it's meant to be on the ground. Because when you have a homestead, and you have an Endeavor, especially if you have the master class, master set, whatever, for an Endeavor.
Okay, I think I've absorbed as much as I can
It's
for
like,
now. Time to hit the next hall.
I'm hoping that they
I
make
think I
it
might
like
stay
if you
here a
put
bit
it on the
longer.
ground,
Seen
it
everything yet.
integrates into the rest of the settlement kind of thing. With the way that it's done. Like if you've got some,
Wow.
I don't know, wherever the
You can really see the influence of some classic designers in the lines.
I can't imagine buying one, but it would
Uh,
definitely be fun to use for.
airlocks and stuff are, like stuff will reach up like an elevator or whatever, it will go up to it so that it kind of integrates into the surrounding, like ground it. I don't know about all. It's like I wouldn't want a javelin to be, parked on the ground and to stay there. I feel
From what
that
I've
would
seen
be
so far, I really think
a
this
waste.
is the manufacturer to beat this year.
Not
I heard
not
that the
a
CEO is
a
actually
primary
I've been keeping an eye
way
out, but
to
no
use
luck
it.
yet.
Kraken would make sense to me. Kraken could be like a ground base type thing because everything would lead from the top. Basically,
The
it's
first
it's a
time I've
tall
been to one of
building.
these, I'm so excited.
This year's
Javelin, I
pretty
don't see that.
decent. Should've seen it last year,
Idris,
though. That was a show.
no, not with an Idris. Like almost maybe one of the types of Idris because there's multiple ones. I don't know what the letters mean. Um, but maybe one of the Idrises might be okay as a ground
Okay, I
base.
think I'm about done here.
The
Um,
other halls are better than this one.
the Galaxy is made because it's also part of the P military. What's K supposed to mean?
Wow, look at this beauty. How fun would it be to own one?
I actually rented one of these.
Yeah, the railgun one is
Worked for me.
definitely not for
Maybe you'd like it.
grounding. Um, it's another.
It's not the best I've seen from this manufacturer.
The Carrack I don't see as a ground base type
Yeah, they've done a
thing.
good job. And knowing their full history makes what they're showing
The
extra.
600 I maybe not. Maybe not the 600i.
Another year, another IAE. I'm not sure why I keep coming
The
to this.
Caterpillar I can
Okay.
because
It's always
it's
better
supposed
exploring
to
the show
be
with someone else.
detachable, so it's basically a public storage garage that you can stick on the ground. But it might need to move on occasion. But it's also whether they do
I'm gonna go and see if I can find anything more.
modules. If they do modules for the Caterpillar, yes. Like you can make it a hab, you can make it a hospital, you can make it food hydroponics. There's a lot that can be done with the Caterpillar's setup, especially if they connect to it the right way. Because there's just that
See if I can
bottom
buy something like this.
Actually, this wasn't the original
little
design.
elevator.
I've seen
If there's a
pictures of
way
some
to
early
get
versions
to
and
it
they were
from the
pretty
side
good.
somewhere, then that'd be great. But if because they don't have the
I think this might be one of their strongest
the
shows.
separating
I really appreciate
for
they've
the
got some
command
classic design on
shuttle.
display.
Would it be a shuttle? I guess it would be a shuttle. So the command shuttle breaking off of the Caterpillar, once that's finally in the game,
Tell you, this is
then
nothing like being at the IAE.
yeah, the
Looking around, seems like
a modular
themselves.
piece, because then you can just fly around. You have basically the little shuttle to fly around for little things. Basically, as a, because that would be a hab. It has the bunk rooms beneath the
Alright, if I'm
cockpit,
gonna keep the schedule and everything,
so
I better head to the next exhibit.
Yeah, I'm about ready too.
a little
Let's
runabout
go.
kind of thing. Um, I don't think any of the Hull series, well, because no, the big ones wouldn't matter. But like Hull A, I don't see that being grounded. What
Stuff like
else?
this is why I love going to the IAE so much.
Seeing it in person is a lot different than I imagined.
Caterpillar Search and Rescue? It is a big giant light stick when it flies around, so basically it's more of a fly around and
Hard to
till
believe that
someone
the same
sees
manufacturer
the
makes
caterpillar,
these.
as opposed to the caterpillar
I
seeing
can see why some people love this
someone
style,
to rescue.
but it's not for me.
Um, but if you did it in a way that we had drones, if you could put drones on a caterpillar, then you know each compartment has its own drone thing, then that would probably work. If you, because I do that with my Furies. I can stick all of them
I've been
in
pretty blown away by
my
everything on
caterpillar.
the show floor this year.
So
That
it's
I've been able to go to
basically
for almost a decade.
like they had a set or a package that was the C2 with a Razor and the Fury um, LX. But the whole time I was thinking, it's like, yeah, if I had a bunch of Furies, I would stick them in a Caterpillar. Because they each get their own little garage.
I'm going to move on to the next hall, I think.
Actually, I might stay for a while, do another loop,
But what
just to make sure I didn't miss
other ships could it? Maybe the hospital ships that we don't have yet, the triage and medevac. Like those might be okay being grounded as ground hospitals, especially if you have the C8R to go and
Waiting so long to
do
see one of
pickups
these.
and everything.
It's even better than I thought.
Actually, did you know that this wasn't the original design? I've seen pictures of some earlier versions and they
It's like
look pretty out
I
there.
would like for the grounding of, excuse me, of the Carrack to work, but there's too much stuff on the bottom. Like if we can get a modular way to use the, excuse me, the cargo space,
Didn't really think this
because
manufacturer
it's
was my style. Well,
we
I'll see
can't
what they're
open
showing
them
us.
yet, so it's just
Heard
like
that their CEO is actually here in the
that
hall.
slows
Taking it
things
out, but
down.
no luck yet.
But if we ever can open those or put something else in them, if you could make them like for refueling, just put like a big um, fuel tank in some of those cargo spaces or other things, then you know that would be interesting because it has
Wonder
its
how this
own
show's gonna compare to the last one.
landing pad up on top.
It seems like it's going to be
It's
a
got
packed show this year.
its hospital. It's got drones. It's got the engineering bay. It's got labs. It's got a garage.
I
So
think I've seen enough of these.
maybe the Carrack could work, but it
Yeah,
also
I'm about ready
feels
too. Let's go.
like not the best access to it. Yeah, it feels more standalone. Like maybe if you make a way for that um, port airlock on the subdeck, if there's a way to connect to Homestead from there,
If I
like,
had the credits,
'cause I don't know
myself.
if they're trying
I
to
don't know. I don't think it's
normalize where or how high some of those airlocks are. Like there's the one for the mole? No, raft. There's one on the raft. It's kind of high, not high, but you know, 2 stories up. The Carrick one is kind of 2 stories up.
I tip my hat to them as a manufacturer.
The Cutlass ones I think are a little bit lower.
I think they've somehow outdone
The Corsair one, which is on the wrong side, that one's 20 feet up. I don't know. They could probably, if they make an adjustable elevator that connects to, that's,
IAE is where I'm going to.
you know,
Here's pretty good.
an elevator airlock thing. It's just like you park next to it and it can adjust up or down to connect to a ship if you park the ship just right. I can see that working, but that's going to be complicated for them to make.
Absorb as much as I can now.
But if they can do it,
Next call.
that would be cool.
I might stay here a bit longer. I haven't seen everything yet.
We still don't know if they're planning to let us use those habs on some of the moons and stuff.
The influence of some classic designers in the lines.
Can't imagine buying one, but it would definitely be
Yeah, I'm hoping that we get hangars and stuff too, but I'm not too sure on that side, because that's the thing with the hangars that we get. It's like when we buy our game packages and stuff, it's got a hanger and a hanger style. It's like, okay, but does that mean when we make our bases we can have a hanger on our base? And how do we get into that hanger? How do we use that hanger? I don't know. It's one of those confusing things. How do we use this thing? Well, the hanger was how to use a hanger, but is that our hanger, or is that just how they're going to use hangers so that, you know, whenever we have something going on, no one could call their ships up because the hangars are considered full, because either something was breaking or something was messing up. Something wasn't despawning after it's been spawned, so it would just say there's no hangars, good luck next time. So everyone was stuck in the home spaceports and they couldn't leave because no one could spawn a ship. Yeah, it'll be the instance hangars, but is that because we don't own those hangars, so would we get to choose the kind of hangars we get at the cities, or is that owning a hangar going to be applied to our bases? Will we have hangars? Because if you make a base, you're going to use and stay and work on your base, but you have a hangar randomly somewhere else. I'm like, that's weird.
Another year, another IAE.
So, yeah, persistent hangar is, it's like where those things will be, how does that work out? Still waiting to figure out how that will, because that could easily be you get a hangar for the cities that you will hopefully visit or go to. Just like, oh, that's not. Hmm.
I'm gonna go and see if I can find more interesting.
Actually, I might stay for a while, do another loop, just to make sure I didn't miss anything.
I'm getting sick of this music. It keeps making me think of the old Terminator music.
Many of the vehicles on display at this year's IAE are available to rent from one of our local providers.
And once again, we don't have pants. It's always shirts and hats. I think we need sweats. Or some kind of pants. I get kind of tired of all of the shirts and hats. Okay. Should I fly anything or should I go to sleep? 6 in the morning. I fell asleep somewhere between midnight and 4 a.m. So I did sleep a little while. Yeah, I should rest. My partner's been sick lately, so taking care of her when she has a cold. Sleep now. 'Cause she's gonna need me to do stuff later. And there's been a lot of stuff going on lately, so being around too many people, you're bound to get sick from somewhere. But I'm still not sick, so that's good. I probably probably got it and then got through it without noticing symptoms. Then I'm gonna put. Oh, what's the day 3? Is there a cat? Is it in here? Is there one around? Well, I know there's. I think there's one down here. Yeah. Nope. No, it wasn't down here. I thought I saw. Yeah, I like the. Oop. Uh-oh. Oop, oop. There we go. I liked the pyro, Citizens for Pyro setup. I didn't do any of the Citizens for Pyro missions. I was trying out some of the who was it? The Rough and Ready? I think I was doing Rough and Ready Pyro stuff. Humans want. Oh. I didn't notice the graffiti before. And also the Smash display. What did the stop one say? I haven't read those. Stop the invasion. Buying alien makes them strong and us weak. When the next war comes, they will use their ships against us. Okay. I thought I saw one of the... Yeah, I thought I saw a calendar thing before getting to the elevator, but okay. It's like, don't buy a blade. When you fly around, they'll take control. It's just like, that would be interesting, kind of, but... Crusaders later, alright. I already have the Spirit series, so... And I have the Storm. The people who already bought them already have the C1 and the A1. And since I bought the Zeus, I have a loaner A1 and C1 as well. So suddenly I had, yeah, suddenly there's 4 ships now that I have. Something else was coming out. Oh, that's Sayulin, whatever, however you pronounce it. That was on Alien Day. I don't know if it will stay up after. I don't know if it's only on sale for the 2 days and then the finale. I'm sure it'll stay available since it's a new package. What? What was the other? Something else is new. What the other new one was? The SRB. It's Argo. Pretty sure it's Argo. Yeah, it's Argo. So that will be up in a few days. Soon, Argo. Spirit. No, not Spirit. Yeah, Spirit. And yeah, there might be more to go. Yeah, I have to look at that. I forgot what part they did the little sneak peek silhouette. Because when it happened, it was just like it's there and it's gone. It's there and it's gone. And it was just like some of them were obvious, but some of them were not as obvious, and it moved too quickly for me to try and decipher what I was looking at since I was seeing it in the live. So I need to go back and stop and go, hit pause. Yeah, just a handful. There's only so many that are left, and so many that, mostly the large ships, and then a few smaller ones. Like there's a few ground vehicles. They need the Ranger. They need the X1. Maybe was the X1 Crusader? No, that's Origin. So, um, 2 days. Yeah, so we might have the X1 finally, but we'll see. The new MPUV, it doesn't look like it would be complicated to make, so that one's possibly complete also. And if it's not complete already, it'll be complete for Luminalia or whatever. No, I don't think they'll put all of them, but there's a bunch of them that were. It's like there's a bunch that they said these will be out before the end of the year. So it's just like, wait, what? That's it was a few ships, and it was one of those things where it's just like, did I hear that right? Because I am partially deaf, so I might have heard things wrong. I didn't have subtitles, so yeah, the X1, the the other thing, the I think some people thought that would be done, but there was some delays on it. Um, yeah, because they had like a list. So I'd have to go over what that list included. So like whichever ones don't come out for IAE, they would definitely be out next month.